In the wake of the British Crown's withdrawal, the independent dominions of India and Pakistan emerged on August 15, 1947. This momentous event marked an end to the British paramountcy over the princely states in the subcontinent, a change that was both revolutionary and fraught with uncertainty. In the immediate aftermath, the government of India declared its stance on the newfound freedom of these states. It considered them free to make a choice, but the choice was binary: to join either India or Pakistan. The concept of remaining independent was not entertained by the Indian government. However, a different perspective came from Muhammad Ali Jinnah, who was speaking for Pakistan. He suggested that the princely states were fully empowered to remain independent of both dominions, if the rulers so wished. This view was born out of his eagerness to create complications for India. But let's delve into the reality of the situation. Despite Jinnah's opinion, the majority of the states were faced with a stark choice. They could either accede to India or remain independent. The option to join Pakistan was not a realistic one for most, given the geographical, cultural, and political landscapes of the time. As we navigate through this historical narrative, it's essential to understand that this period was not just about the birth of two dominions. It was also about the struggle for identity and autonomy of the princely states, caught between the hard place of political realignment and the rock of their own aspirations. While most states had little choice but to accede to India or remain independent, the story of Jammu and Kashmir unfolded differently. This northern state, with its unique cultural blend and strategic location, became a focal point of contention and conflict in the newly independent subcontinent. But that's a tale for the next scene, as we delve into the troubles in Kashmir and how its fate was intertwined with the birth of these independent dominions. The Maharaja of Jammu and Kashmir decided to postpone a decision on the problem of accession and to have a standstill agreement with both India and Pakistan. In the heart of this decision, a standstill agreement was proposed by the Maharaja of Jammu and Kashmir. He sent out telegrams on the 12th of August 1947 to both India and Pakistan with identical terms, seeking to establish a standstill agreement with each of them. However, as fate would have it, only one standstill agreement came to pass. The state of Jammu and Kashmir signed an agreement with Pakistan, while no such understanding was reached with India before the state's accession to India in late October of the same year. Following this agreement, the state's postal and telegraph facilities fell under the control of the Pakistan government. Pakistan, in return, pledged to continue the existing arrangements. These included the state's import of wheat, cloth, ammunition, kerosene oil, and petrol from West Punjab, a region of Pakistan. At the outset, these arrangements painted a picture of amicable relations, a relationship that seemed to be based on mutual respect and cooperation. The state of Jammu and Kashmir appeared to be navigating the troubled waters of partition with relative calm and diplomacy. However, as we delve deeper into the history of this period, it becomes evident that this period of calm was short-lived. The amicable relations that had been so carefully crafted began to show signs of strain. The standstill agreement that had been intended to provide stability and continuity amidst the chaos of partition started to unravel. The reasons for this deterioration were many and complex. They were rooted in political, social, and religious tensions that had been simmering beneath the surface for years. These tensions were further exacerbated by the geopolitical importance of the region and the strategic interests of the two newly formed dominions. Soon, however, these amicable relations began to deteriorate. As we move into the next scene, we'll delve into the communal unrest and the beginning of raids that marked the next chapter in the history of the troubles in Kashmir. The horrors of communal violence in the Punjab began to spill into the state of Jammu and Kashmir, which had initially remained a haven for victims of either side. The state at first was like a beacon of hope amidst chaos, offering refuge to those fleeing the brutalities of communal discord, irrespective of their religious affiliation. However, the peace didn't last long. The refugees who sought shelter in the state brought with them tales of horror and suffering. These narratives ignited the simmering coals of communal hatred among their co-religionists in the state. The air thickened with tension, and the once peaceful state stood on the precipice of communal unrest. As the situation worsened, the state's army, led by Major General Scott, did their utmost to quell the communal clashes and bring the perpetrators to justice. But even their determined efforts were not without consequences. When they took action against some Muslim miscreants in the Punch area, allegations flew fr. The constitutional positions of India and Pakistan post-independence were complex and fraught with tensions, particularly in the case of Jammu and Kashmir. Initially, with the birth of these independent dominions, the princely states had the choice to accede to either India or Pakistan or to remain independent. This led to the Standstill Agreement, a move by the Maharaja of Jammu and Kashmir to maintain a temporary status quo with both nations. However, this agreement was only signed with Pakistan, leading to further complexities. In the midst of this, communal unrest surged, leading to a mass migration of refugees and sparking the beginning of raids. These events, coupled with the existing tensions, significantly complicated the constitutional positions of these nations. While the constitutional positions have evolved over time, the events of those early years continue to shape the relations between India, Pakistan, and the state of Jammu and Kashmir.